Good day, ladies and gents. I'm EMILIO A. COLÓN, and welcome to the EC Show. And joining me on today's show, obviously, is always my son, EMILIO Jr., birthday boy, Mr. Swagger McDougan's, Joe Buto, and David Pinto over here. David, we appreciate you coming on. The full house today. Jamil, unfortunately, is superstardom. He's shooting the Miami Open, so he's not going to be joining us. But today we got Cairo covering for him. Cairo, we appreciate you so much. And today's show is going to be discussing so many different things, so many things have happened, so many things going on. Fashion show, birthday, skydiving, you name it. We got everything covered. Shout out to the Drip Toronto crew up in Toronto. We appreciate you. The fashion show looked so great. If you want your merch, go to EnasiaCologne.com. You can see all of us is wearing it. EJ's wearing the Sage joint. Dave is wearing the Respected Drip edition. You can only get that in Toronto. That's for all Canadian fans. You go to Toronto, you go get that right there.
You like Drake and don't have that one?
You ain't Drake.
You got a problem. White and gold, black and white, everything's available on EnasiaCologne.com. Thank you for all the support, all the love. Everything is so appreciative, so appreciative. Let's get right into it. Happy birthday, sir!
Thank you.
It was a great time. You and I were supposed to jump out of a damn plane!
We were. We had about a 3-hour, I think. They were like, yeah, I gotta be here at 3 o'clock. I looked it up. It was like an hour and a half drive. You had one more cut. So we settled for indoor skydiving, which actually was a great fun.
We had a blast, dude. We had a blast. The funniest shit about indoor skydiving, and you guys will end up seeing the video, my beard ended up in my face.
It was a personal face mask.
It was a personal face mask.
It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Great.
Because at first, I knew it was going to happen. I asked him, I said, which way do you think your beard's going to go? I thought at first it was going to just split down the middle like the Red Sea and just like kind of go back. No, that fucking thing went straight up. And then when he's going like this.
I'm recording behind him, right? And,
You guys got
your brother
beard.
Rob just goes, the beard. I'm like, what is he talking about?
And then
I run over, all I see is this. All I see is whiteness.
Yo,
it was soundproof, those glass, and I could hear Rob laughing.
the crazy part is the beard is long enough, and it got to like this point where it didn't cover my eyes, so I could still see.
Yeah, but you had a helmet, goggles, and a beard
All
shield.
you see was his
So
little eyes
literally, all you
sticking
see
out.
was you look like a SWAT, like diving in.
It was.
Dude, it was a dope experience. I didn't go as high as you did. You went. This guy
Joe was
I'm going to become a professional indoor skydiver.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, I've
Dave?
never done it. I've always wanted to go skydiving, but I've never.
I mean, I'm
done
still
it either.
I'm like jumping out of a plane more now than like that didn't.
He's going to go higher altitude.
I've always wanted.
Like I was asking a guy that I was like, I want to do backflips, and I actually ended up buying 4 more sessions when we were done.
He was like, take my credit card.
Yeah, no, but it was 50% off. Like if you buy flights right now, it's literally half the price, but it's only available right after you fly.
Take my card.
So I was like, all right, I bought 4. I bought 4 more.
Yeah.
But I got.
So they're spread, but they're.
You want to hear something? I just texted Trace, my boy Trace. Shout out, I fly for.
Jesus, you're already on a first name basis with the dude you just met yesterday?
Yeah, because we were talking about it, and he worked at an outdoor one. It was an outdoor skydiving simulator, and him and Dave. Shout out Dave over there too.
He knows the other guy too.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, I'm telling you, I'm getting in the profession. I'm gonna be one of those guys. You see the shit doing?
So you're gonna be my instructor?
No, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to work there. I just want to go there and fly and do the crazy shit for an hour.
Bro, remember when he was at the bottom, he went like this and just went straight up?
That was cool. He made it look like he was Spider-Man. He looked like he shot webs and he was holding himself at the bottom, and then all of a sudden he just let himself go and he looked like he shot the fuck up. I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let me flip.
That
So
sounds like fun.
he's like, get some sessions in. You know what I mean? He's like, usually by 30 flights, which is actually 30 minutes, people can navigate themselves really well.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like,
So it takes that long to
30
be able to
30 minutes, 30 like full on minutes.
Right.
He's like, this is to go right, this is to go left. If you want to move back, it's very simple. You just kind of push yourself away. If you want to go forward, you pull yourself towards it. So like, I got it down pretty quick.
He gave us all these instructions beforehand, right? And I guarantee, I didn't remember. He was like finger pointing, telling us what to. I didn't know a fucking thing that we were
I
doing.
can tell, Dad. You were up here with your arms, your legs were down here, you were going like
The
this.
beard was never. So you couldn't do that about the beard though.
Listen, I had a ball.
Beard had
It was
me
amazing.
amazing.
It was an amazing time. Once I saw Joe went first, I went last. Once I saw Joe go up all the way, I was like, I want to go up too.
Yeah.
And it was.
He went up, came down, and was like, I'm not going back up.
No, I was good with it. One only was fine with me, but
Joe was like, give me every time.
we had a ball. That shit was crazy.
That
I mean,
was cool.
granted, I wanted to jump out of a real plane. That's okay. We're gonna do
So
that.
wait.
One that
so
shaky
where-
planes.
Were you guys trying to do that for your birthday?
Yeah,
originally?
well, no, it was like just something. Like, I've always wanted to do it, and it was something that.
Well,
No,
I'm saying,
no,
like,
let me tell the story. Hold on, let me tell the story.
Skydiving, or-
Happy birthday. He comes through, whatever, we're hanging out for the day, he leaves. He calls me,
So
yo,
jump out of
I'm
plane.
thinking about jumping on a plane. Let's go. I know he did not expect that answer.
No,
he did
not at
not
all.
expect, I was like, let's come on, let's go.
Not at all.
I'll reschedule what I got, let's go make it happen. It's
So
like,
I
oh
called the
shit.
guy, and he's like, I just had a cancellation. People said they were coming. They haven't put a deposit. 3 o'clock. You want it? And time just kind of started burning away a little bit. And then I looked it up. It was an hour and a half ride. And it was just that's how that happened.
So we just settled for indoor instead of
But it was a good
indoor.
time. I actually ended up cool shit I didn't know. You could be 3 years old and do that shit.
The indoor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter's a lunatic.
Which one?
No, my kid's
Asiana.
Oh wow.
She was, and my nephew RB3, he's another nut job. They're gonna love that shit.
Oh wow.
And I need a new hobby, and that shit looks cool shit.
So the truth of the matter is the first thing we said when we said we were going, we got to get the camera, we got to get content.
Gotta
We
get
have to get content.
so happy.
Now, mind you, don't get it twisted. Like iPhones are spectacular. They are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. But once we brought out the Sony and we
it's
lit,
gonna be
oh, it
good.
was nuts. It was crazy. It
Yeah.
was
The whole
night and day.
light, yeah.
The only thing we need is a light. That's the
Yeah.
only thing we need. Eventually, we'll get the
Because
light.
they set the tone where it's like you walk into it's like almost like if you when you go into an arcade, it's got that low light feeling.
Right.
That's what it is. It's not like a big bright crazy lights. It's a big ass glass tube that you get into, and it was a good fucking.
Yo, dude, it was a lot of
It was a
fun.
great fucking
It was
time.
a lot of
Yeah.
I
fun.
recommend it
I
for
never
anybody who's scared of jumping out of a plane. I mean, that's close as you're gonna get to feeling. But like, I mean, we were legit flying.
Yeah,
Like, there was no hands on us. We were just floating. It was
yeah, it was cool. It
cool
was
shit.
We had
So
a
if you're
blast.
scared of jumping out of a plane, I fly.
Yeah.
Actually, well, I think I'm gonna open one. I told you.
What the fuck?
We skipped over that story. That's why I texted Trace. Because he worked at an outdoor skydive simulator in Miami.
Okay.
And I found it. And it says temporarily closed.
Okay.
Which means that we could temporarily fucking steal that.
So here it goes. Real
And
quick.
Dave and Trey said that it was the best thing, the coolest shit to do it outside. That if I was dead ass serious, that they would come and work at the.
Our shit is gonna be called E-Fly. That's what it's gonna be called. E-Fly. There you go. E-Fly. Electronic fly. Fuck it.
Yeah. We fly, I fly, you fly, whatever. Fuck, whoever wants to just come fly.
So is the outdoor one like a tube?
It's
Just like
actually
that?
it's actually like a giant fucking bounce house.
Okay.
And in the center is where the actual fan is that
Right.
holds you up. And it could get you up to like 14 feet. And there's a giant like net around the whole thing that goes up about 14 feet.
This kid talked about putting that shit in his backyard.
I was thinking about it, but I gotta put my pickleball court right there. so, and it's a big giant circle. And this one actually, like the one we went to, was just a net. Because I guess, I don't know for what reason, but like, if the guy slips up for a second, you're face on glass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. If he lets you go and you're going in the wrong, you're face on glass. So this one has like 7 feet, I want to say, of just straight padding all the way around the circle. So if you are free flying by yourself and kind of come off it, you're landing on a bunch of padding. And it's an outdoor thing in Miami, but it's temporarily closed, which is a temporary.
Interesting. I didn't know they have one out there.
Sometimes temporarily move in on that.
Let me get this under foreclosure. Let me get this
Listen,
here
so-
real quick.
I'm gonna let them know.
Now that you guys did that, do you know that, I forget that guy's name. He's like a 19-year-old man that's like the child, size of a child.
Oh, he just went.
He just did it
Oh,
too.
has
Dude,
Buto?
have you, have you
Has
seen the
Buto?
video?
You went.
No.
Have you seen the video?
No,
It's great.
Cairo,
It's
clip
great.
that.
You gotta
Clip that
put it
video
on.
We
into
gotta
this.
plug
You're gonna
this
clip Hasbulla skydiving into this.
Bro,
Dude, it's great.
he weighs like 11 pounds. So
Dude.
like, he was terrified. He was holding on to one of his boys' legs.
Yes.
And like on his calf. He's like, and
It's
he's
like,
shaking.
it's like a 3-year-old
They get a
child.
little guy. They're like holding him like
No,
this.
I saw the video of Mike Tyson manhandling
Yeah,
him. That
dude.
was
Oh,
crazy.
my
God.
But what do you do? It's Mike
No,
Tyson.
yeah. Mike, yeah.
It's Mike Tyson. What do you do?
Mike Tyson's just grabbing him like it's his own child. Just like,
Yo, that little
I
kid.
did see that.
you saw it?
Yeah,
By the
I
way,
did
everybody,
see
that's
that.
Cairo speaking, just in case, just to introduce him. Cairo, did you see him getting manhandled by
No,
Mike?
for sure. Tyson was treating him as a whole child.
Yes.
A whole
I mean,
child. Bro.
I can't treat him as a whole adult.
Who has
No, yeah. I
Fuck
feel
you.
bad.
Yeah, know. if you see that walking, you're like,
See what?
that's a whole
Hasbulla.
child.
The little
No,
boy-
first off, let's get it twisted. Hasbulla is a human being. Not if you
Right.
see that
Oh,
walking.
sorry. If you see Hasbulla walking, you think it's a baby, so you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, what's up,
Well,
gang?
it's what they
Like,
what
you're
they
not gonna
said
go dap him up.
his entourage or whoever whatever you want to call him. They said like wherever he goes, he is the center of attention.
Of course, absolutely.
Or like, you could put like
The
the Rock
Spanish guy
and him
It
and
was like the same thing.
What Spanish guy?
He's Dominican, I think.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about the one that was all on.
It's
Yeah,
PINTO,
whatever.
But the videos came out of him, like everyone passing him big ass bottles of rum and he's drinking it. Come to find out, he's actually 30-something years
Yeah,
old,
he's
but
a
he
grown-ass
looks
man, yeah,
7
yeah.
years old.
Yeah, he does.
Looks 7, 8 years old. That would be my guess, 7 or 8. And we're like, who's so cursing little 7 drinking Dominican rum, fucking smoking cigars? What the fuck?
So how was your cruise? The cruise looked like it was really nice.
Cruise was fucking amazing. I'd recommend it.
Thank you for the Dominoes. The Dominoes
Yes.
are from St. Thomas.
St.
St. Thomas. Thank you for the Dominoes. I
Yeah, well,
appreciate
shout out
that.
to Rob, because Rob closed the casino with some guys and some Spanish guys from Miami. Everybody was Spanish from Miami.
Rob is his brother, by the way.
Yeah, Rob. We'll meet Rob one day. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if we can get him.
We're still trying to convince your dad to get in here.
Oh, yeah. If you don't really got convinced,
Because we're gonna be here for 2 hours if his dad comes on.
It's okay.
We don't have enough
We just have to
battery
pay
space.
Cairo and Jamil extra that night. That episode, hands down, is probably going to be our biggest episode ever.
Because people have been asking. I mean, there's people that literally I see in real life that are like, I watch your stories hoping to see your dad. Like every time you post your dad, it's some funny shit. Because he's naturally just a nut job. It's great.
Yeah,
But the cruise was fantastic. It was the Harmony of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. It was dope. They had on our floor, the 8th floor, it was called Central Park. It was like a replica of Central Park.
Okay, gotcha.
And
Like how they do that shit in
all-
China with the fake France and
Bro, all real plants.
Yeah.
Every morning I see the guys out there water, like, yeah. So it was like real fucking dope, like this nostalgic type like feel on the whole thing. And they had, like, nice
I wonder how those boats feel, because Joe posted a picture on his Instagram of one boat that's really, really big and his boat that was mega, mega massive.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're the little boat, how do you feel when this big ass Titanic comes next to you? Like, seriously.
The crazy part
Race
is,
me.
it was the same
what I would
cruise
think.
line, and we were at Royal Caribbean's private island.
Do you think the captains talk shit to each other?
I
Like
would.
when he pulls up, he's like, "Hey, little man, what's up?"
I would look out my captain and his captain, his window, like, like, I'm driving. Like, it's literally, like, it was like, I'm not even trying to knock nobody, because listen, the cruises are expensive. It's hard to fucking even get on these days. So anyone that does get on them, who gives a shit if the boat's big or small? But the size comparison between these boats, even the people on that boat were like, we fucked up. We booked the wrong boat. But there's a new one coming out. We tried booking it while we were on the cruise, because that's how you really get the deal. Book a cruise
Right
while
there,
you're on
yeah,
the cruise.
yeah.
You get, they're like, oh, double business and whatever perks you want. The new boat comes out 2024, and it's booked until 2026.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's completely sold out already. Hasn't even did the maitre d' check. It's completely sold out for almost 2 years.
wow.
So,
Sounds
just
about
to
right.
pivot, Drip Toronto had a fashion show. And I have to tell the story real quick, because I have to shout out so many people that actually made this happen. So Joey from Drip Toronto ended up coming down. He had to pick up his merch for the show. And he had a passport issue. He lost his passport the day before it was time for him to fly. So he rescheduled his flight, went down to the Canadian Embassy. Shout out to them. They literally had his passport ready for him in like 10 minutes the next day.
You're
Everybody-
fucked. The other way around, you're fucked.
You're
No,
fucked.
you're fucked.
Anywhere else that you're not getting that. That's not happening.
Let's go fuck
Yeah,
off.
no way. 10 minutes, no chance. So shout out to Justin, who goes down there, takes Joey the merch for the show, and Joey ends up getting his passport. He makes his flight, makes it to the show, auditions all of the merch inside of the show, and the response we have been getting has been ridiculous. Nutty, like
show
crazy.
came out really,
The show
really dope.
came
It's
out
pretty
really
cool.
dope. Shout out to the people out there, Drip Toronto, everybody, Joey, Bella Ritchie, Nat, everybody that, all of the people out there. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I promise I'll get it on the next one. But we're just excited about where this is going. This is actually international.
Yeah, man.
Actually international. And the reason why I'm bringing
With
this,
good people, too.
the reason why I'm bringing this
I like
up
the people that-
is because no matter what you do, you are always gonna have some type of haters in life.
Oh, 100%.
Some type of haters are gonna end up showing up
If
in
you
life.
don't, then you're
You're not doing it right.
You're not doing anything.
Yeah, right? But you
not
just
doing
have to stay focused on what you're doing,
Yeah, focus
and everything
on your
else will take care of itself.
Yeah, focus on your goal. Fuck everybody.
Like these thoughts right here, I'll give you an example. These are thoughts that I had in my mind, and if I didn't allow them to come on my mind, they wouldn't happen.
yeah.
They wouldn't happen. So this podcast, joking around with Cairo, Emilio Jr. shooting, all of these different things that are going on, the stuff that goes on with the nation in Arizona, if those thoughts don't come out of your inside of your brain, they're dead. So you gotta let them come
A
out.
vision's only a vision unless you execute it. So.
Exactly. And I'm 100%. So I'm so happy that everything went well over there in Toronto. We're gonna create some more stuff with them, and that was beautiful, and that was great.
They do a lot of good work for the community and children out there and nonprofits.
Oh yeah, they painted 100 pairs of Air Force Ones.
100 pairs of
custom all whites,
different colors: blue, red, green, purple, yellow. Real dope. All different types of paint on them, and donated them to a bunch of kids. So they do a lot of good work too. So they're genuine people. So shout out to Trip Toronto, 100% good people.
Another thing that I wanted to mention that I brought up is I've been DMing you guys all day about different things that have been going on, whether it's sports related, whether it's intervention related, whether it's smelling salts. By the way, has anybody ever done fucking smelling salts here before?
I have, but not one.
I did it once.
Not one
He
that
doesn't know.
Not one that made me do it. That
Shit will
really
woke
good.
my
What's
ass
the sixth
up.
You done smelling salts,
Shit
Skyro?
woke my ass up.
I owned a rehab for 8 years. Like, we had all that shit fucking on hand.
So there's a video that I sent
fuck with that
you of a hockey player that did smelling salt, right?
And it wasn't
And it
strong
wasn't
enough.
strong enough.
Yeah.
So he passed it back to his coach, and his coach gave him like
Nuclear level.
nuclear level smelling
Yeah,
salts,
he was-
and he was coughing.
I'm pretty sure he threw up.
I mean, that's next level.
I don't know how
That's
a
crazy.
normal smelling salt doesn't work for anybody. That shit is pungent.
I mean, you're supposed to just whiff like the corner
yeah,
piece
it's
of
supposed
it.
to be like just barely cracked and literally just like
I mean,
a
not
couple
even-
inches. Like he
not
put his
even.
nose in that motherfucker.
As soon as you crack that bitch, that's just gonna hit you like a truck.
Yeah, it's like cutting
And, like, from
it's
here,
like
it'll
cutting
still
an
smell.
onion. Now, I don't know about
Yeah,
y'all.
I've never.
Does cutting onions fuck y'all up?
Well, it depends, because my
Sometimes.
wife has learned the hack. Shout out to TikTok, because TikTok teaches you fucking everything.
What she uses.
So there's that hack
the
to where
little
you
thing
cut
right?
the onion in a certain direction to where it never hits you in your eyes.
Oh, my brother.
I don't know. I don't
my
know
brother-in-law
that.
just wears ski goggles when he does.
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I'm watching her on TikTok. I
That's
saw one
doing
with
the
a
nose.
hoodie, and then she puts like the glass pan thing.
No. There's a hack.
They fuck me up.
There's a hack
Like,
from
if
a
I'm doing it, I
chef.
feel it. I breathe.
There's a hack from a chef where he specifically explains how to cut it and
Yeah,
what direction to
you
cut it
don't
in.
cut the butt off.
Yeah, there it is. You don't cut the butt. That's exactly what he does.
And then that stops all the smell.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And Wendy does it that way, so that way it doesn't.
Rob did a TikTok hack over on the cruise.
What do you do?
He put the life jacket on upside down.
Oh, like a diaper.
Yeah.
He did mention that. So he was floating.
He had
was
a beer in his hand. This thing was literally looked like a adult diaper, and he just was. That shit fucking worked. Yo, he was a good. We rented these cabanas that were out in the middle of the water with water slide, our own little water slide on it, and he was 20 feet from that.
Right.
So from the beach, he was a good 40 feet off the water, just floating. And we see sharks swimming underneath the docks we were on. They were nurse sharks. They weren't, they're probably not gonna bite you.
They're not gonna do anything.
But he's just floating.
Yeah, he told me, he says, like, yo, I found this hack on TikTok. So what was it? He was like, yeah, it's an adult diaper. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I put the life jacket on as a diaper, and I was just able to float and chill in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing
I seen
is,
that shit on Shark Tank.
what's his name? The buddy that brought the shovel. Because you told me the story
Oh,
about
my
this.
dad's boy Aldo.
Please tell Dave this. Dave, you gotta listen
Yeah.
to this. First off, leave it to his lunatic family to do something like this. And mind you, I would probably be like amping it up. Because
Oh, yeah, it was
the
fire.
story that they gave to the lifeguard, I don't know how the lifeguard didn't believe this.
He was, I don't know. He was so confused. I felt bad for him. Like at a certain point in the conversation. So there's everyone just got off the boat. They're all at the beach. Kids everywhere. Big sandcastles and holes. And
There's a shed.
my dad's boy Aldo was just like over it. He's like watching these kids like struggle. Water comes up, sand goes back in. He gets up, says "fuck this." Goes over to we're in St. Martin now on St. Martin Island. Finds a little wooden shed. Finds a fucking legit industrial shovel. Walks down to the beach and moves all the kids out the way and just fucking goes at it. He had a 5 foot by like 3 foot wide hole in about 30 seconds. And all these other parents and like everyone's just looking over him, and his big ass is shoveling, and the hole's so massive. Now there's 4 kids in the hole. So lifeguard walks up. So cut this story down. Lifeguard walks up and he's like, "Sir, you can't really be digging holes like that. There's pedestrians walking there." He goes, "So what? They fall, we bury them in it." And
No. What about when he said he asked him where to get the shovel from?
this is where it's coming. So the guy was like, He didn't even know like whether to laugh or not because he said it so like fast and dead ass serious. Like he wasn't cracking a smile at all. He didn't crack a smile the whole conversation. And he goes, he's like, "Where'd you get the shovel?" And like his mind switched. "Where'd you get the shovel?" He goes, "We bring it on every vacation that we go."
No.
He goes, "Yo, it's dead ass serious." So I told him, he goes, "Yeah, my suitcase."
We brought it from the States.
That's what he told me.
How did you fit it in your bag, sir?
He didn't even ask that. He was just like,
That's
"In your
great.
suitcase." Okay, all right. And he was just so lost at the time. And Aldo, it's like my uncle, he goes, "You never know when you gotta bury someone. I mean something." So I always had my shovel with me. The guy was so confused. He
You
goes,
got a point.
"Do me a favor." He goes,
Put the whole back.
"Can you just fill the hole back up when you guys are done?" I was like, "That's all you had to say from the beginning." Yes, we were filling the hole back. Like, he was so
I started this
mind-boggling.
whole argument. Just tell me to fill it with the rest.
No, but the best part was just how confused he was. Like, "You brought the shovel. Where'd you get the..." "All right, man, just fill the hole back in." I was like, "All right, bro, no problem." And that was it, but it was funny as shit because that hole was massive.
Oh, that's great.
Like, how big we talking? Like,
Yo, it ended up being...
Everybody.
It ended up fitting 4 kids in it.
Everybody.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
So another thing that I sent you guys today, because a lot of the stuff that I end up sharing with you guys on social media, we end up trying to talk about on the show, or covering or whatever.
For sure.
Just recently, I've been having some tire issues. So basically, tires are getting filled with nails or whatever, or you have to change them out.
It happens all the time.
I saw this fucking tire by Milestone or Firestone. I forgot who the fuck it was. Michelin. It's Michelin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Michelin. Michelin is coming out with an airless tire. Where the fuck is this bin?
What do you mean airless? What did they replace it with?
It's like why? It's like
What
why?
if it's what I'm thinking, I've seen it. It was on Shark Tank.
It's been around for years.
Yeah, it was mad years ago. Somebody came on Shark Tank with it.
And you can technically buy it. Well,
Yeah.
I checked a few years ago. You can buy it on Walmart.com.
Really? So
Yeah,
what
we're going to
it is,
Walmart.
it's pretty much just a...
Not at the
it's like
store. You
Wired.
gotta go on
Yeah,
their
it's like
website.
wired like mesh, almost like a Kevlar type. Like
Yeah.
It's like, is it like rubber? Like, is
It's
it?
supposed to be. I don't know if it's rough. Like,
it's got
I don't
rubber
know the
over.
exact
This
material.
fucking thing showed nails going in it, and you just
does
keep
nothing.
riding like
Yeah.
it doesn't affect it at all.
No, because
Because there's
it's
no
pretty
air.
much like almost like chicken wire. You know what chicken wire is?
Yeah.
Like that. How did you see it on Pompano with little chickens in it? It's all cross. Like that's pretty much all it is. It's just like very like woven. That's all it is. Is that and then rubber around it. So like pretty much that's
It
what's
takes
holding
no
it.
air at all.
And this has been where exactly?
Like, why is
they're not gonna make it public because
why not?
because
That's gonna save people money. You know
that's
how
what
much
they don't
That's
want.
the reason.
That's what they want.
like
They rather you get a nail in your regular tire and then
Then you gotta
fuck.
buy
Oh,
a
you go to
tire.
the tire shop. The tire shop is gonna fuck you and say, "Hey, you need a new tire."
Like, I never understood, right? Like, why didn't fucking Elon just put solar panels on every fucking Tesla so it can charge it fucking self?
Well, that because it doesn't give
Well,
you
no,
enough
I think
charge.
it actually
What do you
does.
mean?
have-
What? Whoa, 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 whoa.
It doesn't give you enough
no,
charge.
you just put it on the roof.
No,
No, it doesn't. They did that with the
enough
Fisker.
Power.
It's
The
gonna
Fisker
have to-
car doesn't
Hold
give you
on, wait a
enough
second.
charge
I don't
to
get
the
this
car.
straight.
If you
Wait
put
a
it in the
second.
sun, it will
Your
get
fucking
your
car
power.
stays out in the fucking sun half the day when it's parked wherever it's parked.
How would
So-
that-
Well, listen, I'm not no scientist. I don't know how much charge a
not
solar
enough
panel
power.
It
can
doesn't
get, but
generate it fast enough to charge.
right. So that was the whole argument with the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck, everyone's like saying, "Hey, that back since the back of the truck closes, why don't you make that a solar panel? That way it charges a car." Elon said, "He's like, yes, we do want to do that. The problem is it can stay the whole entire day in the sun. You're gonna get 15 miles of charge,
Yeah.
just 15."
Elon, you need to be better, okay? Make fucking Tesla trucks better and cars
Make
better,
the sun
okay?
hotter.
Seriously.
But that's why it doesn't. I don't know. It can't get that much. The solar panels aren't that advanced.
Yeah, they're not. They don't.
Then
draw
Elon
as
can
much
make the
energy.
solar panels more
Like, it's-
advanced. You
it's
act
hard
like this
enough to
guy, he
get
doesn't have enough money.
solar power to cover your house. You know what I
Am I
mean?
right about it?
And that's a different type of power your
Yeah,
house
it's enough
uses.
money
You know,
to
some
do a
some
lot.
outlets use a
That's
lot
what I'm
less
saying.
power than, say, your pool pump or something. Would probably use way, or your air conditioning, for instance.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it just doesn't. A car they haven't.
Yeah,
figured out.
every time you're gonna if you're gonna put solar panels in your house, they want to see how much energy you spend. Based off of the energy you spend is how they're gonna figure out how many panels they're gonna have to put on your roof.
Okay.
And then basically that power you're gonna use is basically being used mostly at night. It's not
Right.
really being used during the day
Mm-hmm.
because during the day it's still gaining
Right.
energy.
And a lot of people ain't using their lights and stuff during the day.
And yeah, and at night you don't use it all night.
Right,
You're
right,
not
of
using
course.
your all
I
the,
get my AC
like your TV's not on all night.
66
The-
all day.
light in the kitchen is usually
I wanna
not
go
on
to
all
your house.
night. You know, maybe you have a lamp here and there,
Sweaty
but
'cause it's so hot.
you're not using that much power.
Put it on like below.
So if you can store it, they have the batteries. Like Tesla has those big batteries. You could store power.
FP&L's starting to offer them out now.
Yeah,
Off of what?
they do. There's
Solar.
solar panels.
I know FPNL offers a box now to customers that have Tesla, so you're not using. It's like a little
Good
small
job.
box
I need
that
to look
they
into that.
separate from your actual thing, so you don't have to use the electricity in your home. It's actually a box by itself that you just charge.
Yeah, it's like a charger.
With your home.
Yeah.
Dude, my electricity is already high as fuck. So.
So see, so don't tell me that you get a Tesla saves you money.
No.
I'm at 800.
With the
I'm at
Tesla,
bill
it's about
rise.
$40 or $50 more a month.
I
Which is still
average-
cheaper than
My
gas.
average FP&L bill is $800 a month.
Jesus.
Well,
Average.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
you
you also,
my
but you-
average is like
but you also
350.
don't have the average fucking size home neither.
But it's also not an $800 a month FP&L bill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your kids constantly open
My pop's got
and
the
close
same size house.
the
My pop's
sliding
got
glass
the same
door.
size
And
house. Yeah. Well, my brother's probably around $600-700 a month. My pop's like, I don't know what the
Damn,
fuck.
I
he
thought
is.
I had a
Mine's
problem.
300.
Yeah, 'cause you don't play
350,
around.
I'm like, you got one room in
Mine
your
was
house.
350, dude.
Big room.
When I first moved into my house, our bill for like the first 3 or 4 months was like $90. My wife and I are like, "What the fuck are we doing? Are we getting power from the neighbors or something?" Like,
Yeah.
what the? And then after the first 4 months, it just started going up slowly. Now
Yo,
I'm at like
shout out
$300
to a lot of my
$400.
peoples, man. Like, I know so many people, so many damn people that they will literally come to you after, hey, my friend, you want me to take the electricity from the people next door?
No. I'm fucking calling you.
Yo, what about back in the days? You don't remember when they were doing the FPL thing with the boxes?
Oh, my boy Big Chris, shout out Big Chris. I actually spoke to him today, wishing him happy birthday. He used to have on deck
Listen to this.
a closet full of fucking
Modified boxes.
the things that give you the power to your
The
house.
meter.
Oh,
He
shit.
went like fucking 3 years without paying an electric bill.
No way.
Every time they cut his power off, he went on the side of the house,
Just
cut
cut it
the
off.
lock, popped that thing off, and put a new one on that he got from someone else's house. And that motherfucker had power for 3 years.
Jeez.
And then take
You
them-
talking
take-
zero bills?
Zero.
He would take
$0
him a couple
is-
months to even find out he was using a stolen fucking thing. I'm sure nowadays, I'm talking, this had to be 36, I was about 15, this is a while, it was about 16 years ago. Well, no, it's even more than that. It's like 21 years ago. So it's you probably can't do it that same plug and play.
Mhm.
Like back in the day, you're way too young for this. Remember the DirecTV cards?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, then we were just watching the video on the next television. You know, if she doesn't know
Oh,
about
whoa.
if she
If she don't know about the
if she doesn't know about
phones.
DirecTV cards and the DirecTV card plug, he used to come over and he'd hand you 10, and then be like, you know, you should get zapped. You got every channel, but you should get zapped. You just pop it out. pop it out.
Nextel chirps were amazing. Only when you forgot, like, the only time it was bad was when you forgot to leave, you put it on
You live in
speaker,
that-
Oh,
and you
dude,
forgot
it's
that it was on
terrible.
speaker, and the person would chirp you, and it'd be like you were with another girl, and it was a girl that chirped you, hey baby, oh shit, like, you get so upset.
Or, no, because and everyone uses the word square.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my mom, she's 67 years old, and I miss her call. She said, "Did you square me?" The word square came from the Nextel phone.
Of course.
Because the button on the top to end the call was a
square.
square. And it had a picture of a square. So everyone's still, there's no squares anymore.
No.
No.
Like,
if you don't-
but
if
if
you
you
don't
hit your
answer my
red
call,
button on
you
your
scared.
iPhone, you're like, you
Square
fucking
me.
square me?
Yeah.
You know, I think
That's
the word-
that's where it
square's never
originated.
gonna die.
That's exactly where it
Did
originated.
you square, like, even like millennials, and my daughter who's 13 and doesn't know nothing about a Nextel, it's like, did you square my call?
That's exactly.
I don't think
where it's
I don't think the square's gonna die. But remember the classic shit when you're really trying to fucking get in touch with somebody, you send them an alert first, and then it's
It's just going off until they answer. They have
and then
no
all of a sudden
choice.
you hear, "Beep," it's like fucking square my alert song. And yo, the amount of shit that we used to do and fuck with people, like even when you knew somebody was going into something like a fucking test or
And those shits were expensive.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because here's the thing,
How
right?
much was
I've
it?
known,
No, they
fun
were.
fact, I've known
They
Joe,
were
for, I've known
expensive
Joe
as
for
shit.
so long, so fucking long, that Joe's cell phone bills, like he used to have to be on my bill,
yeah.
so I could give him a phone off of my credit because he couldn't have credit. Because back in those days, you had to pay anywhere between $500 and $1,000
For an
just to
iPhone.
get a line.
Yeah.
Just get a line and
Wait,
then
wait,
pick
I
the
beg your
phone.
pardon, a line?
Yeah, like a line.
Like
Like
I have on this phone.
Yes,
$1,000.
Yes. It
So
was,
like let's say
it was a deposit.
Yeah, so because like let's say
Oh, there
I
was
didn't
a-
have credit then. I was young. I was like 17 and I wanted the iPhone. I had the money for the phone. Had 1,000 for the phone, but I didn't have 1,000 to open another line. And I was like, I'm not blowing. It just didn't make sense to me logically. Like I hustled for my money. I was like $2,000 for a phone. I don't want it. And he was born. It was like, I got an extra spot on my bill. Just pay me the bill every month. So I literally got to buy the phone on your dad's account. I ended up staying on your dad's account for what, 14, 15 years? Yo, I would call people and they're like, Joe? I'm like, yeah, like, why'd you say Wendy Cologne? I'm like, calling me. I'm like, long story, man. I was like, long story.
Just change it. Just change it. Just change it
but
to me.
fun fact, I've had this phone number that I still
Since
have
that
to
long?
this day. No, since before that. Since the day the I-90 dropped for Nextel is when I got this number. All the 650 numbers were originally Nextel numbers.
Of course.
All the 818s, the 650s.
My 553.
553, yep. Yeah, hell yeah, because I know a bunch of
632's.
And we always had to have the newest Nextel no matter what.
Yeah, no doubt.
I-90,
I had
I-95,
the
I-930.
Bloomingdale's edition.
I had the Ferrari one.
I had the clear blue I-860.
What happens if you don't have the new Nextel?
You was shit.
You
It
was
was,
shit.
it was like you didn't have the
Shit.
newest Jordans or the newest Air Force Ones or whatever.
You're rocking, you come around with your 860s and 830 drop. You're like, yo,
Fuck you, you're whack.
Yeah.
Phones were a lot cooler before the iPhone.
Yeah.
They didn't do everything
I
the
can
iPhone
tell.
do, but they had the side.
Yo, the Nokias that were out
Side was
before
still-
the Nextels were cool as shit.
Yeah.
Light up batteries, light up antennas. So
The fucking Razor was
The
like
Razor
the
was
next
my
level.
Yeah, Razor was tight.
I had the Slither, which was like the Razor, but it wasn't a flip
I had a
phone.
Sidekick. I loved the Sidekick.
The
I thought that
Sidekick was
fucking
great. I
dope.
love
The greatest phone, in my opinion, ever was a BlackBerry Bold.
He's a
Period.
BlackBerry.
Hands down.
He had a BlackBerry
I-
2 years
I had a
ago.
BlackBerry Pearl, and I liked it. It was small. It was compact.
BBM is the best instant messaging that
He went from,
Apple iMessage exists because of
he
BBM.
went from so many BlackBerries.
WhatsApp
went to the
exists
print,
because of BBM.
key one, broke the key one, and then got an iPhone.
Who you telling, bro? For 14 years, I didn't have to worry about this motherfucker trying to steal the upgrade on the new iPhone. So that was another plus. It wasn't like I was battling him for the upgrade. So on the account, whether it was his line, my line,
Oh,
Wendy's
Wendy's
line,
line.
like he used my upgrades, I used his upgrades, but we never clashed because he wanted the BlackBerry, the new BlackBerries.
You wanted the
And I wanted the
Always
iPhone.
had an upgrade
So
available.
so and whenever the new BlackBerry dropped, my upgrade was available. When the new iPhone dropped,
He would
his
just
But like, not even gonna lie.
hit me, Cairo, and be like, "Yo, I'm giving you an upgrade." Okay.
All right.
Not
shit.
even gonna lie.
Yo,
Not even gonna
hey,
lie,
your
though,
mom
I
had
use
to
his
come to the
BlackBerry.
store like 5 times. Finally, they made me a sign on the account. But like, your mom had to meet me at the store 5 times. Like, we need Wendy here. I'm gonna call boy. I'm like, yo, can you call Wendy and tell her to meet me at AT&T?
It's
Like,
true.
not gonna lie, I used his BlackBerry more when I had my old phone than I used my phone because it was like better.
That instant messaging on there was next level. It was like ahead of its time. If they would have just
Yeah, I mean, like, I was.
if they would have just shared instant messaging across all phone platforms, BlackBerry would still exist in the phone.
I think so. I think you're right. Because, I mean, for business, it was the best.
Mhm.
And all the shit that these phones are doing now, like Discord, Telegram, all these little apps that are made for groups and for all that,
Right.
BlackBerry was already doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you could have group chats on an iPhone, but it's not as good as having like a Discord. I don't know. Just something about having an app where you have multiple group chats that you're able to just navigate in one.
And for me, not for nothing, I've always missed the keyboard. The keyboard for me,
The phone, they used to call it the QWERTY.
yeah.
'Cause that's
But
the-
I just use the keyboard. To
You
me.
like the full keyboard?
Oh, absolutely. Just to be able to, because in all actuality, yes.
Talking about
I-
like with the
Yo,
ones
like
that
I-
crib
I-
where you slide it up. In
An
his keyboard
iPhone actually gets used to how you
There you
type
go.
and stuff like that, and that's cool. But I get tired of having to type. Like I curse,
Oh yeah.
and I say fuck,
and it's duck.
and it's duck. No, I don't want it to say
My
duck.
phone 100% speaks my language.
What?
There's words that I'm trying to type correctly that my phone is fucking making say the wrong shit. Yeah. And I got people write me back like, damn, your phone knows you too. I'm like, that I didn't mean to send that. That's not what that
And
means.
my wife, so my wife comes up to ask me this question, and she goes, "Babe, you're like so frank when you meet people. Like you just get to the point. Like you don't even bullshit. Like you'll just let them know." You're
Don't
a
waste
cursor,
no
you're a
time.
foul language person, like you're just straight to the shits.
Yeah.
You don't mess around. You wanna know why? Because that's who I am.
Yeah.
Every day. I'm not gonna be no different. Like I'm gonna be the same
No,
person.
I agree with
Like
that.
if
It's
I'm
not
in a
wasting
meeting,
time.
if I'm in a meeting, I fill the meeting out within the first 15 minutes, a curse word is coming out my fucking mouth immediately. Because that it just drops it drops the comfort level down to the same
Right.
thing. And then people
like,
can just be themselves.
The birthday shout out, it just comes out naturally.
Exactly. I'm in Arizona. I'm meeting with these people. Shout out to everybody in Arizona. Rafa, Vicky, Steve, Logan, everybody that I met with out there. Within the first 10 minutes of meeting these people, I've never met these people in my life other than just talking to them on the phone. Alright, enough of this fucking bullshit. Like that, just like that. Just out of it. Just let's get down to the same level. Let's all just be ourselves. No one has to like hide anything or whatever it may be, and let's just go.
No, that's how I am too.
It's natural.
It's just this is what you get, man.
You need to join us for pickleball, sir. You need to figure out one Tuesday night. You come out after the show. You come with us, and you come play
It's a
pickleball.
national day every week. Tuesday when we have a shoot, we go play pickleball.
Speaking of shoot,
We're gonna bring this up. We want to talk about the subject.
Yeah, we can talk about it. We'll leave it for last, though. We'll leave it after this.
Yeah,
We'll leave it after
talk
this.
about it, yeah.
So, you gotta come with us to come play pickleball.
All right, I'll try to.
I'm talking. You gotta wear.
So
your
we got
Not tonight, I can't tonight.
next Tuesday.
Okay.
You gotta
Next
wear.
Tuesday-
You gotta wear your knee sleeves. You gotta have everything. You gotta have your headband on.
Next Tuesday.
Sweat.
Next
Sweat.
Tuesday. Yo, let me
Be
explain
like-
something to you. Pickleball, for those who have not played pickleball, and he's building a pickleball fucking thing in his backyard.
Yeah.
Even though he has access to a pickleball court in his community, he's building one in his
It's not a
backyard.
real one though, man. It's a tennis court with painted lines.
Here's the thing, though.
Pickleball.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
though.
but isn't that what it is?
It looks
Nah,
like
man.
it looks.
I'm watching people play real pickleball. Like I'm gonna tune in this Sunday. Is the slam with Andre Agassi is hosting it and Macro is hosting it. It's the pickleball championship, but like I'm looking at the course that they play on. I already know how good I am now. I mean, I'm not saying I'm
And you
a
still
pro.
can't beat me.
I beat you. I'm
He,
pretty
can't, he
sure.
hasn't beat him yet. You have not beat him yet.
Undertaker, these guys are ridiculous.
Joe, the day you beat him is
That's
the day
not
I'll call
true.
you the best.
That's
I'll
not
call
true.
you the best.
Okay, so we got a 1v1. That's what we gotta do. Because on teams, I've smashed everybody there is.
Not him.
No, I've done.
You and G
The
Bell
night
lost
you
to
brought
beat
your
him.
camera for the first time, I went undefeated that night until I lost to J Maz and Mike.
The first game didn't count. It was the first game we've ever played.
No, that's the first time.
Pickleball is like, it makes it look so
It's a
effortless,
fun ass fucking
but
sport.
like,
And
it's
Kyron, you
working
were
you.
sweating your ass off within the first like
Yo,
7 minutes.
Joe left the show last time. We got there. He's already drenched in sweat. It's
Yeah.
been like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
His
no,
back's soaking.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I needed something. I needed a hobby that I'm moving around.
We're double dip because we're gonna go play pickleball in a little bit, and then we got a draft right
Yeah,
now.
Oh, yeah,
you got it.
We got the number 1 pick, Joe. What you
I
got?
know. I got number 8. So I don't got. I can tell you guys who the fuck I want because you guys are number
Who do
1.
you want?
I know you guys are going Trey Turner, which I think is a great move.
Who do you
At
want?
number 1. Everyone, who do I want? I'm number 8, motherfucker.
Who do you want?
Everybody I want will be gone. Who am I
Well, you know, Mike Trout is
Randy
more like
Rosarito.
Who am I gonna settle with? Which is not really settling. I'm hoping that I can maneuver, grabbing Mookie Betts on the way out, and hopefully grabbing Garrett Cole on the way back in.
Oh my God, he's such a Yankees fan.
It's okay. He's entitled to be that.
Regardless if Yankees are not biased or not, he's a stud pitcher.
If Edwin Diaz
He's
is
gonna go.
hurt, I would try to
How
get
about
him
this?
in
I make a
round.
bet that before it fucking gets to my second turn, Garrett Cole will be gone.
Probably, most likely. All right, so let's do it because this subject I've been asked about multiple times, and for those that don't know where we're at, where we're located, it's an extremely touchy subject because of where we're at, the community that we live in. Like, you guys have no idea. Parkland, Florida is just big. So obviously, the shooting that just happened in Nashville. Yeah, in Nashville, and you being former law enforcement, and Joe's stance on guns and everything, and you name it, and the amendment and stuff like that. You guys can tackle it, and I'll just give my input on it as well.
First, I want to say fucking salute to that officer.
Yeah, hats off to all the officers that went out there. They did their
The
job.
guy that went into that hot room
They cleared. Listen,
disregarded his own fucking safety. He heard the gunshots.
That's
he went
what
in
you're
the room,
supposed to
and
do,
he
man.
He laid that.
watch the video. If you
I don't
guys
know
can
what you guys
post the
wanna
video
call it.
afterwards, Cairo, to this. Dude, they were clearing everything. As soon as they heard the fucking shots, they went for it and they took that guy down. That's exactly what you have to do.
It's not a guy. It's multiple.
I'm sorry.
They took this.
Oh yeah, we have to be
No, it is a
politically
guy.
correct nowadays.
Oh
We don't
yeah,
know what to
yeah,
call
and
it.
then, oh yeah.
We don't even know what to call that individual. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it a they? Is it a...
It's a 28-year-old female that identifies as a man. So he's a him, her.
Have you ever seen that meme with the person that walks into the
No,
place in the library?
He's a he, him.
Whatever.
He, him, but it was
Pronoun.
a real female.
Yes.
Walks into-
Born female.
Born
He walks
female.
into the library and he's not supposed to be recording, and the lady comes up to him. She goes, "You can't record here," and he goes, "No, he can because he identifies as a camera." You ever
Yeah, I've
seen
seen
that?
that, dude.
You
I
seen
watched those videos.
that? You seen it, right, Carl?
That was the most stupidest shit I've ever
Yeah.
But that's where the world's
I
going.
love
No,
that.
for
No,
sure.
There's an altered tweet, obviously, because he. I love the guy. I voted for him. I'm voting for him again, Donald Trump. All his tweets get fucked with, but this one says, "I now identify as a woman. Boom! I'm the first female president. This is huge." I was like, no! I wish he really fucking tweeted that.
So you mentioned that. Shout out to Drip Toronto Joey. Joey actually reached out to me because he has a "Make America" hat great again that he wears, and it's Donald Trump in the back. and he's thinking about making a Make Toronto Great Again drip edition, and he's asking me for advice on how to do it.
Put trace when you put trace inside.
He's like, yo, and it's crazy because I text him the advice that I gave him, like the little ad, you know what I mean? I gave it to him, I sent it to him, and he meant to text it to like the person that was gonna make it for me. Texted back to him like, Joey, you texted it to me.
That's fucking great.
No, but look, the subject is extremely sensitive.
It is.
It's extremely sensitive to everybody in this area, but people did what they had to do.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I'm commending these officers. I think that it's fucked up that we still have people that I don't know if you've seen the picture of Shim. She, him, Shim.
Shim, that's shit.
I like it. Continue.
Shim.
I love it.
Well, Shim was fully loaded in tactical gear.
Yep.
Vest, fucking clips. Like, this is in an elementary school. Where is your fucking brain?
I would like to
Go shoot something. Go somewhere and shoot something of a fucking whole place.
I would like to introduce this. Listen to me. There needs to be more love, less hate. We have.
100%.
It has to. It has to.
I mean,
Joe, it has to be this way.
I don't
It
understand
has
the
to be
point of
because
hating,
when people are happy, when people are positive, when people are joyful, when people you don't even think of that stuff.
Nah, you need to pick them up more in that situation. Yo, you're doing fucking great.
Listen, we met
Keep
Cairo
going.
probably 45 minutes ago. He had no idea what he was walking into, and I guarantee you, he's like, yo, fuck, I will do this shit again. Because we're having fun.
I like you.
It's fun topics.
It's fun topics, it's positive, it's, it's nothing negative, there's no bullying, there's no making fun of, there's no this, there's no that.
I'm gonna say it out there. I'm gonna say it because I seen the meme of the Shim that was murdered after killing his children.
That's hilarious.
And it's a picture of Shim's dead body, and the pronoun that was put at the top says was, were.
Somebody tweeted that.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, that's the
meme
meme of the year so far. Like, it's gonna be hard to top that one. It said he, him, she, him just turned into a was, were. Dead.
I saw that.
Fuck off.
Well, shout out to the law
I
enforcement.
got kids, man, so.
Shout out to the law enforcement officers that did
their
their thing. We commend
Shout
you. Thank
out
you
to
so
officers.
much. We appreciate you.
Real
That
heroes.
service. Appreciate
and
your service also. Anybody that serves.
Prayers to the family.
Hell yeah, man.
Unfortunately,
I wouldn't know what to do, man. My kids
Yeah,
in
me
my world.
It's okay, Dad. I love
Yo,
you.
it's crazy. It's crazy because
I-
I got people from Europe. I got people that from Europe that actually reach out to me and they ask me about it too. They're like, "Yo, this shit doesn't happen anywhere else. Why does that shit happen so much in the United States?"
We're killing ourselves from the inside.
And my,
there's a lot of conspiracy.
my answer to that is.
I'm with you on that.
My answer to that, listen, my answer to that, and I do like, the conspiracy thought, my answer to that is, we just have to give out more love. There just has to be
No, yeah,
more
I
love.
agree,
There just
but-
has to. There has to.
LGBTQ, HYZ, I mean, how much more love you want to
No,
get?
we
They're
have
not
to.
still love
It
that.
doesn't matter. You just have to.
No, because they're
You
making
have
it into like,
You're
if
start
this
making
person
it
was
alphabet
loved and
numbers,
accepted, they
understand.
wouldn't have had to do that. Because they're not loved and accepted.
Transgender is more accepted now than ever, and
Yeah.
now you have this transgender.
See, that's
shit.
Yeah, but I don't want
they
that.
did.
But I don't want that to represent all of the whole community.
No, they
that's
shouldn't,
not
and
fair.
I'm not
That's
saying
fair.
it's not
because that's
fair.
like sitting there saying because I'm Hispanic or you're Brazilian
Right.
or Joe's Italian or Cairo. What are you?
Indian.
He's Indian. That one individual of each one of those nationalities ends up doing something stupid, and it represents all of the nationalities or all of
I agree.
the community. That's dumb. Like you know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't. It
Like,
shouldn't.
not all Italian people are mobsters.
Right.
Not all Brazilian.
Most.
Not all Brazilian players are soccer players. Not all Indians have the last name Patel. Is your last name Patel? Okay, see, there you go. Not all Indians.
I was
Indians.
dying.
Even though that's funny, that's funny.
No, but I agree. You're right. It shouldn't. Just that incident shouldn't represent the whole transgender community. Listen, it's what I said. I've always said this to everybody. You want to be transgender, that's your
That's
thing.
everyone's
You
choice.
want to be gay, that's your thing.
Trying to force it on our children.
Yeah,
that's
just
what-
don't force it on anybody. I've always
they're
said.
trying to
I've always
force it on
had.
the
I
kids.
have friends that came out gay. Took them a while to do it. We kind of knew. You can kind of get the vibe that they are.
Oh, I got a whole crew of friends like
Yeah,
that.
but I've always made it a point. Like, you're gay. I don't give a shit.
give a shit.
I really
Just don't
don't.
push it
Just
on.
don't. Don't try to hit on me because I'm not. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but let me ask you. Come on, wait. Let's backtrack a little, have some little focus. But what if that gay friend messes with you and isn't on you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What
what?
is-
Oh,
He's your
you have
friend.
an issue. Because I made it clear.
No, but see,
I made
if
it
he's
clear.
really my friend, the relationship's not gonna change because you're
No,
homosexual.
not
Wait,
at
wait,
all.
wait. I'll be like, yo, you hating on me because I do look good.
Now listen, I don't blame you, but you kind of fuck. I don't blame you because I would get on me too. But
I actually love hanging out with fucking gay people. Like
They're always happy.
they're always in a good fucking mood.
Lalo tells me he has a ball because his cousin that lives in California, she goes always. And every time she comes by, the first thing you want to do, because there's so many of them out here, she goes to the gay clubs and she takes Lalo with her. And Lalo's in a tough position because Lalo's like, I'm not gay, but I'm hanging out with my cousin who is. And then Lalo's like, I'm always getting hit on, and I'm like, hey, that's a compliment, Lalo. That's good.
Yo, one time my brother was walking by a gay club in Colorado actually, and he was in his pajamas. I forgot where we were, and he had Elmo pajama pants on. I think he was running to the store to grab backwoods or something, but he just ran out in his pajamas real quick, and all these gay guys are hollering at him in his Elmo pajamas.
See, but those are situations that like you can't control.
Nah,
This is what it is. You go to a gay,
listen,
go by a gay club, it's gonna happen.
Listen,
It's
it's gay or he or she or whatever.
Nah, it
whatever,
doesn't
whatever.
matter.
It's
Yeah.
your fucking business, not my business.
It's
We
your
give you
business. Whatever
respect.
you do at
You
home,
really-
whatever you love is your business.
Yeah.
Like you said, just everybody just needs to spread love, man. That's
Yeah.
it. But if you
It's
need to
like-
spread it
But now,
specifically,
you know,
I just hate when they start throwing the narrative on it. Oh, if he, she, him, shim was loved more, they wouldn't have done this. I don't give a fuck how much they're not loved. Shooting up the school, that's
Nah.
unjustified.
It
You gotta
makes
show
no
them respect
sense.
all the time.
There's no
Respect all the
sense.
time.
That's where nothing's come out as far as this incident. I would hate to say it because it's so fresh, but that's where a lot of the
I mean,
the
this story
conspiracies
was-
happen. You know what I mean?
Shim murders 3 murderers that escaped from prison. Huh. Good
Love you,
job.
Instead, you killed 3 kids at another school,
Yeah.
3 staff
That's
members.
ridiculous. That's
Children.
Thoughts and prayers to all the family members.
Again, yeah, thoughts and
Please.
prayers to all the family
I
members.
mean, in this community, we know
Yeah,
firsthand.
we know firsthand.
And that's pretty much going to conclude the EC show. I'm having an amazing time doing this. It's been like 6 or 7 weeks.
You got a big draft ahead of you tonight, boy.
I'm ready for it.
I don't know why you so
first.
happy.
Pick ball first.
You literally
Pick
have the
ball
8th
first, then
pick.
the
Why are you so
draft.
happy?
No, I'm not happy. This is your.
You know, this is the
guys' year.
second year in a row.
You have no excuse but to prove yourself this year, both of you. You have the #1 fucking draft pick. There's no fucking hissing. You guys need to have a fire draft.
Dad, let me draft.
He's talking shit, and we're gonna end the show after this. He's talking shit because we do really play in a very competitive
It's a
baseball
lot.
league,
competitive,
and we
like,
play for it
talking
for a reason. It's the second year we've had the first pick. We did terrible last year. Hopefully
he
we do
drafted.
better this year. But I'm gonna tell you this much, and I'm gonna tell everybody. And Cairo, you got this one here. If we fucking win, I'm going to fucking rant for the whole show. No one else is going to be on the show other than me. I'm going to rant. If we win, if EJ and I, because EJ and I are a team, if we win this fucking league, I am going to rant on this whole fucking show.
About how we beat everyone and then we won the championship.
That's it.
I love it.
That's it. So guys, make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. Go to enation.com to get all your merch. Shout out to Drip Toronto. Shout out to everybody in Arizona.
Shout out our
Appreciate it.
unofficial sponsors.
Oh, unofficial sponsors, yes.
Stanley.
Essentia,
Health Aid Kombucha.
Health Aid Kombucha.
Elf Bar.
And Cairo, appreciate you. Thank you for
Cairo,
joining us
appreciate
tonight. That's it.
That's it.
Let's
That's a
go.
wrap.